Those aren't 11 and a half.
Okay, fine. I'm a 7. All right, I have surprisingly small feet, but the rest of me is good. I'll show you.
Today I'm going to dive into the St. Louis Cardinals 2019 Major League Draft. Honorable mention number 1, third round selection Anthony Losi, right-handed pitcher out of Georgia. He signed for slot value of $604,000. He's a 6'3", 240-pound pitcher. He looks like Lance Lynn 2.0. He's a big-bodied guy with heavy fastball usage. Sound familiar? The Cardinals feast on this type of player. He has a decent slider and makings of a curveball. Losi went 11-2 in the SEC this year with 97 strikeouts in 89 innings pitched. Honorable mention number 2, Tyler Statler, right-handed pitcher, 14th round selection, 6'6", 230 pounds, hailing from Hononegah, Illinois High School. He signed for $300,000. He's really raw, but he can get up to 94 miles an hour. He's a cold weather kid and will definitely benefit from the Cardinals pitching development staff. He's already known to be a fighter. He's broken bones in his face from a comebacker his junior year. Number 5, Tommy Jew, 13th round selection, UC Santa Barbara, redshirt junior outfielder. He's unsigned at this point. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. Jew traded contact for power this season. It resulted in 11 home runs, still with a very respectable .283 batting average, along with 20 stolen bases. I'd like to see how he loads his hands cleaned up a bit, with more quietness before foot strike. A lot to like though with the modest power and speed combination. It looks like he will stay in center field long term. Number 4, 12th round selection, Patrick Romeri is a 6'3", 205-pound outfielder from IMG Academy in Florida. He signed for $200,000. I really like his all-fields approach. His rocking motion is calm and he sets his hands well before starting his swing. He definitely looks like he can run with a 6.88 60-yard dash time recorded, but could end up filling out a bit more and settle into a corner outfield spot if he can hit enough. He's up to 95 miles an hour for bat exit speed, which is really exciting considering he's not even 18 years old yet. He needs to hit for more loft in his swing as he's really more of a gap-to-gap type hitter right now. Number 3, Zach Thompson, first round selection, 19th overall. He signed for $3 million. He's a 6'3", 225-pound left-handed pitcher from Kentucky University. He was the consensus rated second best lefty pitcher in the draft. Thompson has a high spin rate slider with a fastball ranging from 90 to 96. He also shows a curve and an average changeup, but both need to develop. His 2019 stats were 130 strikeouts in 90 innings pitched with a 2.40 ERA and 1.033 whip. That's coming in the SEC, comparable to AA baseball. For his career at Kentucky, he finished with 268 strikeouts, 196 innings pitched, and a 3.2 ERA. His delivery reminds me a bit of Robbie Ray, Arizona Diamondbacks pitcher, also a heavy slider usage guy. Thompson does pull the ball down well and follows through well in his delivery with his back leg and back. Tempo-wise, Thompson often looks a bit rushed instead of the smooth polish that you might see from Cole Hamels or Madison Bumgarner, but that can also help throw batters' timing now. Personally, I don't love his leg kick, but the 3/4 arm slot is deceptive and he uses his glove well to hide the ball really well. The slider is wipeout when it's on. The concerns are with his injury history, not his talent. Shoulder injury in high school that caused him to drop to Tampa in the 11th round, and then also caused him to fail the physical, left him to be draft eligible again. As a sophomore, he ended up with a 2-month elbow injury, but no surgery was done. I think Thompson, if healthy and if his control plays up, his career will be somewhat similar to Robbie Ray. Strikeouts will be there, but not enough deception with his 3rd and 4th pitches could make his talent level slide more into a 4 or 5 rotation. Number 2, Trajan Fletcher, 2nd round selection, outfielder, Deering High School, Maine, coming in at 6'2", 200 pounds. Fletcher signed for $1.5 million, which is actually $300,000 over slot. The number 1 rated player in the Baseball America 2020 class quietly and quickly reclassified to be drafted this year. One of the very top athletes in the draft, he's a potential 5-tool monster. He's a center fielder through and through. The knock is he's a Northeast kid with limited exposure to scouts due to weather and lack of competition. The swing is extremely quick and powerful. I would like to see the knob back towards the catcher more and a little more pullback in his arms with the bat tilted a bit more by the head. If he gets his hands closer to his shoulder, his hand speed will improve. It's a bit of a Marcell Ozuna hand load setup, but Ozuna pulls his hands up right before going forward. The overall swing reminds me of Kyler Murray. See how he gets through the ball with that whippy follow through? The athletic tools may also not be that far away from Kyler Murray as well. He has 3 tools rated at least 60 grades by Perfect Game. The stats on him from Perfect Game has him 99th percentile for speed with a 6.66 60-yard dash time, 99th percentile power, 95 mile an hour bat exit speed velo, and 98th percentile arm. He's clocked up to 93. He's an extremely high-risk pick with limited exposure, but the pick is really an exciting one and could be a huge payoff if everything clicks. Number 1, Jack Ralston, right-handed pitcher, UCLA, senior, 6'6", 230 pounds. He was a 7th-round signee for just under $205,000. Ralston didn't even get to play as a freshman or sophomore at UCLA. He went 1-4 as a junior in just 36 innings pitched, and then he turned into the Friday night starter. After coming really out of nowhere for the #1 team in the country, he went 11-1 with a 2.56 ERA and 107 strikeouts. He has an old school delivery with a straight back step and a high overhand slot. He works 90 to 93 but gets good downward plane on his fastball and has a nasty changeup. The skill set is very reminiscent of Michael Wacha, but Wacha has a bit more velocity. He's a high upside, low cost gamble that has only recently shown a tremendous talent burst.